Hello, and welcome to Learn's Scam Savvy Seniors, Empowering Seniors in the Digital Age, sponsored by the Idaho Community Care Program. Today, we're going to talk about how to recognize, avoid, and respond to scams so you and your loved ones can stay safe and confident online and offline. Why does scam awareness matter so much? First, it increases your security. You'll be better at spotting threats before they cause harm. Second, it protects your finances. Scammers are after your money and savings, and awareness helps you avoid falling into their traps. Third, it safeguards your identity. Learning about scams helps keep your personal information private. And finally, it protects your emotional well-being. Being informed means you're less likely to experience the stress and distress of being scammed. You might wonder, why are older adults often targeted by scammers? One reason is perceived wealth. Scammers believe seniors have savings, retirement funds, or home equity. Another is politeness. Many older adults don't want to seem rude, so they stay on the phone instead of hanging up. Scammers exploit this kindness. And lastly, lack of tech familiarity. Technology changes quickly, and scammers know that some seniors aren't as familiar with the newest digital threats. To protect yourself, remember these 3 golden rules of scam spotting. Number 1, slow it down. Don't let anyone rush you into making a decision, especially when money is involved. Number 2, spot check. Always verify information using official channels. Number 3, stop. Don't send. No legitimate business will ever ask you to pay with gift cards. Recognizing scam red flags. There are many red flags to look out for. It's important to get to know these, since they apply no matter what new scams come along. Scammers often create urgency, trying to make you act before you think. They create panic to push quick actions. Don't let them rush you. They may ask for personal information through emails or calls, which legitimate companies rarely do. And then unsolicited contact, whether they're direct messages like Facebook Messenger, calls, texts, or emails you didn't expect. This is another warning sign. If something sounds unrealistically beneficial or too good to be true, it probably is. Trust your instincts here. Unusual payment methods. Gift cards or cryptocurrency requests are often scams. Stick to trusted payment methods. Impersonation. Scammers pretend to be from reputable organizations like banks, government agencies, and companies. Emotional manipulation. Exploiting emotions such as fear, guilt, love, or sympathy to gain compliance. And poorly written communication. Generic greetings, spelling errors, or awkward phrasing can indicate a scam. Requests for secrecy. You're urged not to tell anyone, claiming confidentiality is necessary. Inconsistent or unverifiable details. Scammers provide vague or changing information, avoiding specifics when questioned. Fake confirmations or alerts, claims you've made a purchase or your account has been compromised. Threats and intimidation. They may threaten you with arrest, deportation, or legal action to coerce payment or information. Phishing scams are among the most common types of scams. The bait is scammers send fake emails or text messages or even calls posing as legitimate organizations. They create convincing replicas. The hook is urgent messages, and they claim that there's an issue with your account. They pressure you to act quickly. Here's the catch. Clicking links can lead to fake websites, and they can steal your login credentials or personal information. Once scammers have your information, they can access your accounts, make unauthorized purchases, or steal your identity. Recognizing phishing email red flags. Urgent action required. Scammers create a sense of urgency to pressure you into acting without thinking clearly. Unusual sender address. Be cautious of misspellings in websites or unfamiliar email addresses. Request for personal information. Legitimate companies won't ask for sensitive information like passwords or bank details through email. Poor grammar and spelling. Many scam emails contain obvious language mistakes, a red flag indicating their illegitimate nature. Medicare and Social Security fraud. Their initial contact, scammers pose as officials via phone or email, and they'll claim urgent benefit issues. Information gathering is next. They request personal details to update records. This information is used for identity theft. Then fraudulent activity. Scammers use stolen info to bill for fake services. They may also redirect your benefits. Let's talk about tech support pop-up scams. You may have seen this. A pop-up warning appears on your computer screen saying that your computer is infected. Then they'll urge you to call a number or give them remote access to your computer to fix a non-existent problem. But instead of fixing a problem, they'll steal your information or install malware or even charge you for fake services. Do not call the number or contact them in any way. To remove the pop-up, you can often just simply complete a hard shutdown on your device. This is a long press on your power button. Then you wait 5 seconds after your screen goes dark, and you turn your device back on. Or if need be, reach out to a tech helper. IRS scams are troubling. First, you may receive an aggressive phone call. Scammers often use threatening language and claim you owe back taxes, demanding immediate payment to avoid arrest or legal action. Spoofed caller IDs are used. They may use technology to make their calls appear to come from legitimate IRS phone numbers, increasing their credibility. They'll ask for unusual payment methods. Unlike the real IRS, scammers typically demand payment through gift cards, wire transfers, or cryptocurrencies. And lack of due process. The real IRS will always provide taxpayers with the opportunity to question or appeal the amount owed before requesting payment. Investment fraud. Beware of get-rich-quick schemes. Scammers often lure people with promises of quick and easy riches through investments. Remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Common approaches are high returns, promising unrealistic returns on your investment; guarantees, offering guaranteed profits without disclosing risks; pressure, pressuring you to invest immediately without proper research; and limited information. They'll provide little or no information about the investment. Charity scams are when scammers exploit people's generosity. Fraudsters often exploit kindness. Fake charities use vague mission statements and high-pressure tactics. Before you donate, verify the charity's legitimacy through trusted sites like Charity Navigator or the Better Business Bureau. Sweepstakes scams. And you never really won. How does it work? You'll get a fake prize notification, requiring upfront payments. They'll create excitement about your winning something valuable. What are red flags? There can be requests for fees or taxes up front, prizes for contests you never entered, and pressure to act quickly. How do you stay safe? Be skeptical of unsolicited winnings. Never send money to claim a prize. And always remember that legitimate prizes don't require upfront payment. Then there's the grandparent scam, which is an emotional trap. How does this one work? Scammers will pose as a grandchild in urgent trouble, for instance. Maybe they're claiming to be in jail. Maybe they've been in an accident and need money. The red flags are immediate cash requests, weird or unusual details in their story, and pleading for secrecy. Don't tell mom, don't tell dad. How do you stay safe? You always verify with another family member before sending money. Never agree to secrecy. Have you ever received fake confirmations or alerts? These can come in your email, a phone call, or a text message. So the deceptive message is the scammer will send a fake order or account alerts with urgent language. Something like, "We can't deliver your U.S. Postal Service package until you update your billing information," etc. Warning signs here would be to look for incorrect sender addresses, spelling mistakes, and suspicious links. How do you stay safe here? Never click in unexpected alerts. Verify through official channels. And report any suspicious activity. Romance scams, love lies. So the initial contact is often on Facebook. It's a person with an attractive profile photo. They reach out to you and make quick declarations of love. And then building trust through daily communication, telling you personal stories about their lives, asking you questions, deepening the relationship. But then comes the ask. There's some sort of emergency situation that arises that is just beyond their control, and they really have to have money immediately, and they're requesting that you do a money transfer. After this situation develops, continuous demands are often the scenario where there will be more emergencies and larger money requests. Be very careful about the information that you share in these circumstances and the people that you make connections with, especially on social media. What are some ways that you can stay safe on social media? Privacy settings can be adjusted so that your account limits public information. You should review these settings regularly or have someone help you do so. Friend requests only accept requests from people you know or that you know are friends of your friends. Be cautious of duplicate accounts. Share wisely. Think twice about posting personal information. And especially avoid sharing travel plans publicly. You can use a two-factor authentication when available for a secure login. This can add an extra layer of security. Identity theft scams can have far-reaching consequences, potentially impacting your finances, credit score, and personal reputation. These scams involve stealing your personal information to commit fraud or other crimes in your name. What are some common tactics? It can be through phishing emails and fake websites, or dumpster diving in your trash for personal documents, stealing your mail or credit card offers, or data breaches of companies you do business with. What are some warning signs? Unexpected charges on your credit card, bills for accounts you didn't open, calls from debt collectors about unfamiliar debts, and errors on your credit report. How can you safeguard your personal information? Number 1, protecting your information by shredding documents with sensitive information and being cautious about sharing personal details online or over the phone. Number 2, monitoring your accounts. Regularly check your credit reports and bank statements for any suspicious activity. Number 3, you can freeze your credit. You could consider freezing your credit to prevent unauthorized accounts from being opened in your name. And number 4, reporting identity theft. If you suspect identity theft, report it immediately to the authorities and the credit bureaus. Let's talk about gift cards as payment again. Scammers often request gift cards for payment for various reasons. The big red flag here is that legitimate businesses don't accept gift cards for payment. These are untraceable funds, and they're a really easy way for scammers to access your money. Please don't pay with gift cards. It's very difficult to get your money back if you do. And to reiterate scammers' technique of using threats or intimidation, this is a very common device, and your response should be calm. Take a moment to check facts before acting. Recognize this as a red flag. Demands for unusual payment methods signal fraud, especially if combined with threats or intimidation. So remember the truth that legitimate organizations won't use threats or pressure. And scammers create fear with these threats of arrest, fines, or account closure. They can demand immediate payment through wire transfers, gift cards, or cryptocurrency. Don't fall for it. What should you do if you're scammed? Most importantly is act quickly. Contact your bank immediately to freeze accounts, change passwords for online accounts, report the scam. You can file reports with local police and the FTC. You'll want to provide them as much detail as possible. Seek support and don't be ashamed to tell friends and family. They can help you recover. And monitor your credit. You can place fraud alerts on your credit reports and watch for any suspicious activity. How do you contact the credit bureaus? If you want to place a fraud alert or a credit freeze, these are the places that you go. There's Equifax, which is at equifax.com or 800-685-1111. Experian, which is at experian.com or 888-397-3742, or TransUnion, which is at transunion.com, 888-909-8872. So what's the difference between a fraud alert with the credit bureaus and a credit freeze? So a fraud alert makes lenders verify your identity before granting new credit in your name. Usually they'll call you to verify your identity. A credit freeze restricts access to your credit report to help prevent identity theft. Usually you'll need a PIN, a PIN, or a password to place or lift a freeze. Both of these are free. And the fraud alert lasts for 1 year. A credit freeze lasts until you lift it. A fraud alert, just one of the 3 credit bureaus needs to be contacted. They will tell the other 2. But a credit freeze, you'll have to contact all 3 credit bureaus. What are some resources for reporting scams? You've got the Federal Trade Commission, or FTC, and you can report at www.reportfraud.ftc.gov. The AARP Fraud Watch Network helpline is 877-908-3360, And then there's the IC3, which is the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center at www.ic3.gov. There's also the Idaho Office of the Attorney General, their Consumer Protection Division, the Idaho Department of Finance's Consumer Affairs, and always report to local law enforcement if you've been scammed. Protect yourself. Here are some key takeaways. Verify claims directly using official contact details only. Avoid clicking unknown links. Never download suspicious attachments. Use secure payment methods. Gift cards are never for bill payment. Stay informed about scams. Share knowledge with your friends and family. And most importantly, trust your instincts. If something feels wrong, it probably is. This presentation was brought to you by Learn, Lifelong Education and Aging Resource Network, and sponsored by Idaho Community Care Program, providing statewide information, support, and education to caregivers, family, and other loved ones taking care of an individual with memory concerns, dementia, or Alzheimer's. You can reach them at www.a3ssa.com/community-care-program.